Hello Internet, I'm Jackie Fox. Hello Wotive community. Today we're going to be talking about the mission Duty Calls, which is mandatory for Lucio to get past, I think like level 102, unless you barrack spam, but I mean, he's the freest unit in the game. He is the unit you least want taking up a space in your barracks of every UR. Like, arguably, there are MR units that you might want in your barracks more than Lucio, so please don't go that route. What you are about to witness in this video, if you go through the full length of it, is a lot of information about how to beat this level. And you're also going to experience me learning kind of in real time some tips on how to beat this level. However, most of the core things that I say, if not the tone that I say them in, are still true. It does feel incredibly RNG based, and most of the runs I did for this video I was unable to complete the mission of getting all three characters to line up within an AoE with Taunting Blade. But I think running Paladin as your sub-job and running Taunting Blade is your best AoE at that point in the game. Later on, Lucio has some amazing AoEs. But at this point in the game, he doesn't, so it's kind of cruel, regardless, to give him a mission of taking out three characters at once. Especially when you have two other characters complicating the situation, because, to summarize, they kind of cock-block. Honestly, like, I would love to have an experience where I felt like I was joyfully playing alongside them, instead of competing with them for kills. The best strategy to this day, in my mind, is to kill both of them as early as you can, and then probably wait, use Taunting Blade, probably use Sentinel, to wait in place, wait out the damage. Probably use Bells too. Bells is probably going to be required for this because you want the AP to be able to use Taunting Blade probably twice. Maybe once on just one person or on some people to ping them. And then a second time for the kill. But also that first Taunting Blade is going to draw hate to you, which is going to be incredibly helpful in getting them to line up. In theory, again, I tested this multiple times with Taunting Blade, leaving my other characters alive, and I was unable to complete it with Taunting Blade, even though I can one-shot everything on the map. So, kill your characters, kill your friends, and then use Taunting Blade to get yourself some hate. Use Sentinel, turtle up in the open area, and let them come to you. And after all this, that is still my conclusion. And that's at least a little bit fucked up.
Right there! Phew. It looks like we won.
Enjoy the video.
Huh? It's over?
I think I'm genuinely about to cry. What the fuck?
Focus!
Hello to veterans of the Lucio Wars. Hello to new players especially who are gonna appreciate the content in this guide, because today I'm talking about the worst fucking game design I've ever seen point blank in my entire goddamn life. And now the video is most definitely demonetized. I'm gonna have to put in some sort of a big intro because of that. This video's getting even longer now. Okay, so if you're a new player in this game, the one thing that you want to do, the one thing that I recommend that every new player do immediately is build Lucio. For the most part, with a glaring exception, there are pretty good designs for most of his levels. And it's because they have this unique place where they know exactly the unit that you have and what he can do and what he's capable of. And since it all unlocks progressively, they know where he's at any given time, so they can tailor the difficulty to him. Not specifically to what units you've pulled or what, armor is relevant, like your equipment, your VCs, your Esper is relevant sometimes. for some of the thresholds. But there is one level that just has objectively the worst design, and, well, we're going to talk about it today. Okay, so at this point, we should be into the video. We should be into watching me trying to do this the fair way. Now, I already have a huge unfair advantage in that I'm a 120 Lucio. You can only get Lucio up to, well, I mean, technically you can grind his spheres in the barracks. He's a free unit, and other than this mission, it's not hard to clear these. So other than maybe doing that for 10, I don't necessarily recommend doing that, but that is an easy way to get him kind of past this threshold. And if I want to, I will definitely edit in his you know what I'm thinking, Jackie. You know, Editor Jackie, you know what I'm talking about. Just do the thing.
Let me show you something cool!
Huh?
Explain it on screen. Yep, there we go. So, because of that, I have 2 AoE moves, and I have to kill 3 units in 1 hit. This Dazzling Blade here. Okay, well, one of those would be, but all of them basically have a pattern like this. And I'm not sure that team kills actually count. If they did, it would be pretty cool. Not from any humane perspective, because what kind of game are you building when you are in a story encouraging us to engage with the way that Camillo and Elsorel slowly fall in love with each other over time throughout the story? We're supposed to engage with these 2 characters. You can't make the best and almost only good strategy to murder them. I think I'm genuinely about to cry, what the fuck? But I'm pretty sure that team kills don't actually count. So here's what I would actually do. And here's a little bit more of the equipment that I would use. I'm not necessarily sure that I need the glinting armor. Like, you could probably roll with about anything through here, best you got. I love Thornlet on him because he can give himself agility up on critical, and on critical, Thornlet delivers agility down, so it's just a really brutal combo with him. I want to make him really fast so I have more opportunities to act, more opportunities to jump in at just the right moment that being able to hit 3 units standing right next to each other can become possible. With the exception of me being ridiculously overpowered here and the fact that you might have to, you know, engage more with the enemies than I am here, because I can one-shot everybody on the map. It might take you 1 or 2 hits. So, when I eventually get to the other side, and I guess I can speed this part up, well, the first thing I do is I murder my allies, because in this strategy, that is fundamentally important. And you might be asking yourself, why? Why in God's name would they design a mission where the most important thing for you to do is immediately murder your 2 allies who are here to help you in this mission? It's because they're too helpful. I mean, A, they draw the enemies to them, and B, I can't believe I'm making the case for killing Elsorel and Camillo for better results. For 10 Mind Spheres, oh my god, that would take 5 literal days in the barracks. For that, instead, you can kill Elsorel and Camillo, and then, don't forget to use Tri-Slash on somebody. So I'm getting myself over here kind of into a corner where the 2 groups of enemies can come at me at once, hoping that at some point eventually they will quit grouping up in this fucking X pattern like they're on a goddamn checkerboard. Like, it's like the AI knows what is up with the mission rewards and is trying to fuck with me intentionally, and I do not appreciate it. God, I'm getting lit for this. Holy shit. But, so you wait here, and if you're a lower level Lucio, you're going to be kind of beating these guys up, but not taking them out. Beware that the ones that have swords, I think, have courage, so they may not go down to a... You know, you may have to get them down to 1 HP. You may have to get them down to courage to kill them. But if you wait around long enough and you don't kill any of them, eventually, with enough monkeys on enough typewriters, a geometric pattern begins to become possible, where, at least for a moment, and this is why I emphasize when you're building Lucio to go for as much agility as humanly possible, because they will do everything they can to not group up 3 in a row for you on this fucking mission. But if you wait and heal yourself with your soothing light, because god, they are gonna beat the crap out of you while you're just waiting around for this to happen, then, as long as you get a triple slash again on one of these guys, and don't get yourself murdered along the way, just triple slash one of them, and you have cleared all the missions for what is arguably the worst, hardest, and again, courage. See? That will fuck with you. Imagine you get all 3 of them lined up and you forget that guy has courage in there and he's right there in the middle. You get 2 kills and then he's just standing there with 1 HP like, you just wasted 10 minutes of your life, didn't you, punk? And I am so mad at this mission. I am so mad that as a guild leader who recognizes that because Lucio is going to be free into 140, all of his awakening materials completely free. When we talk about free units in this game, we still have to pay elemental resources, whatever, to level them up. They literally give you everything for Lucio if you will beat the missions and, I guess for reincarnation, grind for it. So especially for new players and especially for anyone investing in the future, Lucio is amazing, but this mission is complete fucking dog shit. And I have a personal grudge against the person who thought it was a good idea, and it's not the mission. I love fighting. I would love the opportunity to fight alongside Camillo and Elsorel, desperately outnumbered, doing everything we can to hold the enemies back when finally I hit 3 of them in a row with a cross-shape AoE so I don't have to line them up literally next to each other or something. Or if you could just make it kill 2 enemies in 1 hit. That would be great. That would make this much more achievable. But I have a whole video going into things that Gumi needs to fix that I get into that shit. You know how to clear this level now. It might be a little bit tedious, but Lucio is, for a free-to-play player, and for everyone, worth the investment. This is kinda the badge of honor that all players have. They beat duty calls. Duty is calling. Will you answer?